Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft Dragonflight. Today is going to be the beginning of our Dragonflight campaign here on our Dwarf Shaman. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for being here and clicking on the video, I do appreciate it. I tend to play World of Warcraft a little bit differently than others you might have seen on the internet. And that is that I like to get immersed, and I like to enjoy the story and the ambience and the world. And just really set a vibe where we can sink into things and let ourselves enjoy exploring the game and world that we all love. So I hope that you guys are into that. I do tend to read all of the quests. Now that being said, yesterday was launch night. Today is actually Tuesday morning. I got up a little bit earlier than I normally do to start things off today because the server was so laggy yesterday that it was almost impossible to get anything done. At least for me here on the Stormrage server, that was my experience. So I decided to go to bed early and get an early start. So we made our way to the Dragon Isles here with the expedition. I was only able to complete a couple of beginning quests for some supplies and fighting some proto-drakes in the area. And that was all we were able to get done yesterday. So we're basically starting off from the very beginning, haven't accomplished much here yet, so let's get going.
I've got a story after.
And we'll meet some more expedition members here and really get things rolling here in the Waking Shores. I wonder where Raytheon is. He said he'd be here waiting for us with an ambassador for Alexstrasza the Lifebinder, Queen of the Dragons. It does seem like it doesn't seem like a dragon to break a promise. Well, at least this eager wee Draconid here is welcoming us. Can you talk to them and find out when the others are going to arrive?
The next adventure.
We can do that. We also have our quest that we completed to turn it over here, so let's go do that.
What is your report? Fair skies and strong winds to you.
So this opened up the major factions here. Let's have a look. So the first faction we're going to be working with is the Dragon Scale Expedition. There's going to be 4 factions that we work with throughout the expansion. And this will be our renown track. We don't pick one of these, we can work all of these together individually, we'll work on them over time. But yeah, that's that.
Ahoy.
Let's turn in our Dragon Scale supplies. We're always looking for more supplies, and I know just what we can do with these.
Smooth sailing.
Catalogger Jakes quickly flips through her own supply bag and pulls out a freshly drawn map. One of our archaeologists just reported some new findings in regards to a lost artifact suspected to be in the area. If you'll donate those supplies to fund the archaeologist's next expedition, you can have the map that points to the nearby treasure.
Look always to the sea.
Okay.
Good day to you.
So we'll buy some artifact notes with our 10 Dragon Isle supplies.
Safe passage to you.
And if we use that, it's going to mark on our map the spot of a treasure. There it is.
What can I do for you? Look always to the sea.
Rihanna and I will be traveling with Toddy and Nalita to our permanent base camp once they figure out where that's going to be. Find us there later to see our full
Safe
catalog.
passage to you.
Alright, the other thing I want to do is I want to get our professions going. And I think somewhere over here, we must have some trainers. Here we go. We want to grab skinning.
May you find what you seek.
And we want to grab leatherworking.
May your days be long. and
These
your
are the
hardships
professions that we're going to be checking out on our shaman here. Ooh, and immediately they have quests for us to do. That's nice.
Hope you find something useful.
Dragon Isle skinning. Well, as soon as this stuff goes away, we can actually take a look at it.
Dionis Haka.
We'll let all that catch up.
May I be of service?
Greetings and welcome to the Dragon Isles. The blade at your side shows me you are a proficient skinner, though you seem new to these islands. Would you like me to show you how to skin the beast of the Dragon Isles?
Remember the
Yes.
lessons of the past.
I'd rather be hammering than talking.
There's more than one way to skin a beast, certainly. Of course, you would know this, leather worker, but do you know how to work with proto-drake leather?
Don't burn yourself on the way out.
Okay, so I don't know. Okay, here we go. We can learn the actual ranks
Safe journey.
of Dragon Isles leatherworking and skinning. Alright, that's probably all we can do with that for now. Let's talk to Captain Garrick here. I do plan on working on the side quest as we go.
Together, we'll see our way
And
through
kind of
this.
trying to see everything we can. I really like these characters in Exile's Reach, and I'm super happy to see them actually being utilized, at least a little bit here in Dragonflight. We'll see how much we see them. But it's nice to see them at all. Light be with you. This expedition is under the protection of both the Horde and the Alliance. Our orders are clear. Give aid to any member of the expedition regardless of their other allegiances. The Horde's representative, Warlord Grimax, and her daughter Shuja stand guard on the other side of the camp. Those are the Horde characters from Exile's Reach. I fought with Warlord Grimax against the Scourge. She is noble and will serve this expedition well. Go offer her your assistance. Show her that the Alliance honors its
Best of luck
commitments.
to you.
Do you think we could trust them, Mother? I fought alongside many honorable Horde in the Scourge invasion, Warlord Grimax included. Alright, she seems to think that they're trustworthy. We'll go grab this quest and then we'll come back and talk to Sendrax.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
Warlord Brecca Grimax salutes your approach. Captain Garrick proves her honor once more by sending you to me.
Stay strong.
The crafters, artisans, and explorers of the Dragonsail expedition are ill-suited to the vigors of battle, but not you and I. Here in the Dragon Isles, let us use that strength to protect those who can't protect themselves. Clear out the elementals encroaching from the north so that the expedition can focus on their noble
Never
pursuits.
stop training.
Alright, lots of side quest stuff. Let's come over here and grab these. Lots of side quest stuff to do.
Great to meet you. What's
Always
your
be
bag?
crafting. Have you ever seen such powerful elementals? I hear the guards grumbling about having to fight them all the time, but they're missing the big picture. Bigger elementals means bigger crafting components.
Safe travels.
How can I help?
Quality
Please be
assurance.
careful,
Are you looking for work, Shaman? I represent a new trade company, the Artisans Consortium, which matches artisans and clients through our crafting orders network. The Dragonscale expedition placed an order for some enchanted mining tools. The tools are crafted, but we would like to test them before completing the order. We'll pay you for your services.
Clear skies and safe journeys.
Okay. And what's the side quest all the way over here?
Anaria Shola.
Tadia and Delita have requested a survey report of the surrounding area immediately. Luckily, I have acquired an enchanted telescope and surveyor's disc that will help us scout the nearby areas from the safety of the clouds.
Salama Ashalanore.
Alright, let's do a little scouting here. Let's search for power.
Incredible. The elements here surge with power.
Alright, let's search for allies. What I like is apparently there's a day-night cycle that happens here in the Dragon Isles, and it's still picking up the nighttime skybox, even though it's 6 in the morning. I wonder when it switches over to the daytime skybox.
Dragon Riders? I gotta race them!
Alright, and let's search for danger. Seems bad.
Can't see a fancier fight with that one.
Maladash Malanore.
I thought for certain you would plummet to your death from up there. Thanks again for taking the risk so that I was not required
Farewell.
to. Guy really doesn't like heights. Alright, let's talk to Sendrax and move the main story forward a little bit, then we'll work on some of our side quests.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles.
Let's see, why aren't the dragons here to meet us?
It was nice. Yes. I had expected Major Domo Solistra and Rathian to be here by now. But I am honored to be the one to welcome you to the Dragon Isles. On my first real assignment, no less. What good fortune. Do you need my help?
Where is Rathian? I do not know. As I said, this is my first assignment. Let me think on what to do.
I'm always here to help. Please enjoy your time.
I wish I knew more about how to welcome you to the Dragon Isles, but I'm only the sentry. Sendrax motions to the tower behind her. You could try talking with Ambassador Festraz in the visitor center. He might be able to answer more of your questions before the dragons arrive. Mind your step in there, he was clearing out a lot of rubble.
So you two were adversaries before leading this expedition together?
Yes. The Horde and Alliance have a long history of rivalry. But Tori and I pursue knowledge, not violence.
And adventure! Knowledge is only half the fun.
Welcome, honored guest.
Alright, we'll set our Hearthstone here.
Adventure safely. Take this guide. It shows the embassy's many amenities. If they weren't all in disrepair, that is. Only the best for dragon allies.
The Embassy Visitor Log is a massive tome with a number indicating it is only recent in a long archive of such logs. Each page is filled with an elegant, handwritten form for each visitor to fill out. Let's do our actual name. We'll do our name, class, and name, race, and class. The middle column asks for your arrival time. I don't believe in time. Last call, I hope. After everyone's done setting up. Precisely when I meant to. The final column asks for the purpose of your visit to aid the Dragonflights accompanying the Dragon Scale expedition.
What a joy it is to see new signatures in the visitor's log after all these years.
Alright, that's all he has to say to us right now. Let's check out the welcome message.
Queen Alexstrasza is far more impressive than any statue you'll find in the Isles.
Welcome, friend of the Dragonflights. May your journeys in the Dragon Isles bring you tranquility, confidence, and camaraderie. While you travel these isles, reflect on this portion of the tablet has been broken off. Remember our oaths to Azeroth, symbolized in the oath stones at the seats of power for each Dragonflight. We ask this portion of the tablet has been broken off for life and for Azeroth. It reminds me of like redacted parts of a document. Everything's been redacted. Let's see if the main questing is going to send us out at all. Let's go to the Brazier of Kinship and relight that.
May this brazier once more guide every peaceful denizen of Azeroth to these shores.
Alright, well, while we see if that works, why don't we go do some side questing and then we'll come back and we'll turn this in. We did get the mining pick so we can work on the volcanic geodes. And for anybody who's interested, this is the spec that we're going with. We're doing a hot hands build here. And I am basically new to the Shaman, especially in retail. Yeah, we leveled the character up obviously, but still really, really new to the class. So if you guys have any tips or tricks on either the build or the rotation or anything like that, please let me know. I am still in learning mode here on this class and having a lot of fun on it, but acknowledging that there's probably still a lot left to learn. Let's go after Baron Ashflow here. We need his Primal Molten Core. And this does seem like more of just a straight single target build. I don't really see a lot of AoE in this build, which is fine for me while leveling up. But I guess eventually we're also going to have to learn like the other builds. And then we're probably going to have to like save loadouts. So this will probably be single target, and then we'll have to go somewhere else in the enhancement tree to pull out an AoE build, right? Got a Primal Earth Core we need to go get. Looks like this one's going to be down inside the cave, actually. Which makes sense. Baron Crust Core. It's a cute little cave. Now, from playing a little bit in the beta, what I can say is that the Waking Shores is kind of an enclosed, very, not necessarily scripted, but very linear zone. And the game really opens up once we get out into the Onaran Plains. It's like a night and day difference.
Belayadoros.
Thank you for your help. If you ever need items crafted, the Artisans Consortium is here to
Always
provide.
glad to help.
Well, let's turn in all of our side quests first.
What's on your mind? See you soon. Off with you.
Now, originally we were getting Dragon Scale Expedition progress for the side quest. And I want to know if that's still happening or not, because I'm not seeing it marked in immersion the way I was seeing it in the generic quest boxes.
Ready to serve.
Let's turn this one in and just see if we get any Dragon Scale Expedition renown for this.
Stay focused on our mission. Stay
Okay, yeah, we are. Okay, good. And to me, that's one of the biggest draws of doing the side quest as we go, is we're going to be progressing our renown meters. So I think it's worth it to do all the side quests. I don't know what that's going to do level-wise for us, but I want all the renown, so.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles.
The embassy is looking better already. Is every dwarf as helpful as you are? I can't wait to meet more.
It was nice to meet you.
My first real emergency. Sendrex looks puzzled. I've never known the Major Domo to be late to anything, much less this late to something this important. Most unusual. I could use my emergency signal flare to alert them to your arrival, then they would come rushing to greet you immediately. I've never fired my emergency signal flare before, though.
Please enjoy your time here.
Let's fire it.
We were trained to only use these signal flares if the situation is dire. But I suppose this is a type of emergency. There. Major Domo Solistra will arrive soon.
Does the Major Domo personally respond to every call for help?
Oh, yes. In times of trouble, there is no one Queen Alexstrasza trusts more.
Here they come!
Incredible.
Ah, look who we have here.
We saw the flare and assumed the worst. What is wrong, Cadet Sendrax?
Major Domo, the new arrivals were wondering where you were, and I thought...
I see. There was a reason for our absence. An ancient rival, the Jarradin, have stirred to violence once again. Dragonheart Outpost has already fallen.
You stand before the Black Prince. Azeroth faces many threats.
What is your need? Your rival is not always your enemy. I will await you. Lifebinder be with you. Cadet Sendrax, escort the adventurer to Commander Lethanak outside Dragonheart Outpost. Assist with the evacuation of the whelplings and wounded.
Yes, Major Domo!
Rathian and I will take to the skies and keep the Jarradin contained inside Scalecracker Keep.
Do hurry along, champion. After all, we wouldn't want the battle to be over before you even arrive.
Engage only when the whelplings and wounded are secure. The rest of the visitors must remain here until it is safe to leave the embassy.
Oh, I'm gonna miss all the fun.
There's plenty to study here before we move on, Toddy.
We each have a duty before us. By wing or by talon, see it done.
Ready to serve!
The Jarradin have awoken? This is not good.
It was nice to meet you. Please enjoy your time here.
I've only read of the Jarradin in books. Ancient rivals to the dragons, powerful giants with mastery over earth and lava, dedicated wholly to hunting dragons to extinction. Sendrix furrows her brow at the distant volcano. My instructor said they hadn't been seen since the dragons left as they slumbered deep in the earth. If they've awoken, every whelpling on the isle is in danger. Follow me, I'll take us to Commander Lethanak at the Dragonheart Outpost.
I'm always here to help.
We'll launch expeditions to every corner of these isles as soon as it's safe to do so.
Oh, where's the fun in being safe?
Do you need my help? We'll move swiftly. Dragonheart Outpost isn't far. According to legend, the Jarradin are the dragon's most formidable rivals. They were ruthless and powerful, killing countless dragons in ancient times. When the dragons left, and the land went dormant, so too did the Jarradin slumber. But now, the land itself reawakens with glorious life. May we never tire of its beauty. We Dragonids have stayed vigilant as we safeguarded the Oath Stones, symbols of the Dragonflight's power. The return of the Jarradin will test us to the limit. May we prove worthy of the challenge. Commander Lethenak, Cadet Sendrax and ally reporting on the Majordomo's orders.
At ease. Dismissed.
I'll take what reinforcements I can get. We must act swiftly.
For the Lifebinder. Protect your allies.
We may not have the power to take back our outpost, but we do not have to surrender without a fight. Show them that we still have teeth. Kill 6 Jarradin.
Report back.
And deliver the whelps from evil. They descended upon us before we could even respond. My guards held as long as they could as we evacuated the young and helpless, but I fear that there are more within the outpost. Cross the bridge and search for survivors.
I am trusting you with the lives of my brethren.
Alright, I guess we'll just start in on these guys. Everything is good. Let's get Earth Shield up. Looked like there was a whelp inside here, but I guess they are going to be on the outside. And I'm kind of wondering if there are exactly 4 whelps to rescue, or if it's a little bit randomized. Because I'm not sure if I can get up to this one. Was there a staircase inside? It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, so that's a 3. It does seem like there are exactly the 4 that we need, which isn't the best thing when you're having trouble finding one specifically. You kind of wish there would be some redundancy. So how else do we want to tackle this? There's clearly a way to get up here, right? So maybe this back little alcove is in fact a staircase. It doesn't look like a staircase, but yeah, that's definitely just an alcove. Just had to check to make sure. So if there is a way to get up top, it's got to be on the outside of the structure. Because, yeah, I see the crack right there. Like, if we were a dragonkin, we could soar up there. Here we're, like, the start of some stairs. Oh, here we go. Robert, just look around the building, man. You'll figure it out. It's called architecture. It's how they design things. Learning all the new buildings. That's gonna be fun. Alright, there's 4 out of 4. Mystery solved. Can we get over to this chest, or should we wait? Let's wait. Maybe this quest will take us a little bit further down the road.
Anything to report? Dismissed. Report back.
Time for a reckoning. Cadet Sendrax has informed me of our Majordomo's plans. Thank the Lifebinder that we have their help. Their interference gives us the reprieve we need to get our wounded back to the life pools to be treated. I wish I could reinforce Silistra, but I must keep my guard near the wounded. Go to the enemy stronghold to meet them. If there were another way of handling the Jarden, I would ask it, but, as it were, you must do what you must.
For the Lifebinder.
Alright, we have...
is ready to go.
Wait. I need you for another vital task, Cadet.
I will see it done, even if it costs me my life.
Easy, young one. We will need our most veteran warriors to combat the rise of our ancient enemies. Head to the Lifebinder Conservatory and rally the Draconid to the life pools.
Right away, Commander Lethenak.
Let's check out our side quest before we do anything else.
The waters.
The wounded are stabilized, but something still troubles me. A pair of Dragonspawn ecologists had come to the outpost to study the wetlands. I haven't seen scale nor claw of them since the attack.
Honor all dragons.
Alright, so hunt down some ecologists. Looks like they're about 100 yards away.
The Isles welcome you.
An attack on Dragonheart Outpost? Well, that does sound serious, but as you can see, we're dealing with our own crisis here.
May the flights
Are you?
protect us.
I believe we are gathering enough data safely from here, but Tharo is an exceptional ecologist and prefers to take action. Still, the ecosystem is fragile and we may damage it if we're not careful. I do, however, agree that we don't have much time. It might be worth indulging him a little. Culling the rampant elementals ought to buy us time without impeding our research. Be sure to cull them in equal numbers. We don't want to throw things further out of balance.
Aspects watch over you.
And wildlife rescue. It doesn't take an ecologist to see that the wetlands are in real trouble, but Ishka's got us stuck here examining dead creatures when we ought to be stopping them from dying in the first place. Alright, so we will save some of the creatures, and we will take out some of the water elementals here. And the wind elementals. Water and wind in equal measure. Okay, when they land, they give a little ground pound, which makes sense. They are enormous hippos, so... Even the little ones ground pound. That's funny. I kind of really enjoy the side quests because they remind me of like classic questing. A lot more especially than the main quests do, obviously. So I actually like doing the side stuff as we go. It slows the story down a little bit. Otherwise, if you just mainline the story stuff, especially if Shadowlands is any indication, stuff just happens really, really fast. And it just like makes things feel a little bit more natural if we slow down and help out everybody in the area before pressing onward. I also think that the side questing helps you see like little nooks and corners of the world that you might not see otherwise. And I think a lot of people leave like side questing for alts and stuff. I don't know what my future is going to be with alts in retail. It's been a long time since I've been able to like fully commit to a retail expansion and you know, play it beyond the campaign story chapters. So I really don't know what alt life is going to look like. So I'm going to do all the side stuff on one character and just go to see, you know, I want to see all the quests. I want to get all the lore, all those story bits. See as much of the world as we can. We're getting a little bit out of the area. Let's head back this way. We need one more water elemental, then a lot of wildlife. We can grab these little crabs, it looks like. Comforted crab. They follow us around for a minute. That's funny. I'm also hoping that eventually side questing will give us the opportunity to do more skinning. Obviously this time around we're not. How cool do these things look, man? Alright, let's go get these turned in.
I have lived to see them return.
We're already getting some good loot. Oh, well, see, that that upgraded to an epic, but it's actually not better than the loot we farmed up from the event. Is this guy still attacking us? He really is. Oh, dude, I thought you gave up a long time ago. So we farmed up basically all this loot from the event. So we're not going to need a lot. The items that we don't have are... well, we have basically everything. I wonder if it has a different appearance, though. Let's go ahead and equip it. It has a slightly different color tint, so that's good. Color tints are good. And let's turn this one in as well. There we go. Forensic ecology. I'm at my wit's end. Tharo and I have made our way through nearly all the corpses only to stumble at the end because we cannot agree on the methodology. If only he would just listen to me. The stress of the situation is getting to us both. I don't even have a firm hypothesis yet. You look like you have a strong stomach. Will you take over these last two Gorloks? Oh yeah, Gorloks. Dissecting. Fun times. Look at the lungs, it clearly suffocated. Curious, its bones are hollow. Wind infused? But that bloating, it surely drowned. Wind and water Gorloks fighting one another. What nonsense are they bickering over? I don't know. Let's see. Are those shells elemental magic shells? You were right, there's a lot more to this. Their elemental bickering must be spilled out over the wetlands.
The Isles have awakened.
It's the Gorloks fighting that's been harming the wetlands so? I think I understand now.
Honor all dragons.
While I'm glad Tharo now sees my point of view, I'm also grateful he had you rescue wildlife while I was dawdling. The situation is much more dire than anticipated. He was right to take action. With what we've learned, I fear this elemental bombardment won't stop until we've dealt with the Gorloks. If I were Tharo and thinking actionably, I would go straight for their leaders. Without anyone to rally around, the fighting would dissipate and no longer threaten the wetlands.
Go with the aspects.
Alright. And don't be so shellfish. I was a fool to doubt Ishka when he insisted there was more to this. He wouldn't be my mate if he wasn't always 2 steps ahead of me. We can make it up to him by taking action, of course. If it's shells that are causing all this elemental chaos, why don't you go to their camp and take those shells right out of their slimy hands?
Aspects watch over you.
Let's go do that. See, like, I wonder if we would ever be sent to deal with any of this Gorlok stuff if we weren't doing side quests. My intuition says probably not. We probably would have just moved right on and never come over here for anything. And to me, that is not acceptable, so gonna have to do all the side quests. Oh, we have another quest over here to grab. Let's see what this is about. It's a cute little duck thing. This duckling flails around frantically inside the bubble, quacking in fright. Maybe the ecologist would know how to help it. Maybe they would. Alright, we got swept up by a funnel here. We don't want to get into those, apparently. They will toss us all around and get us into who knows what kind of trouble. We are currently in a little bit of trouble. Let's summon some things here. Our dogs and our earth elemental would be a good idea. Big disorient there. Alright, there we go. Let's head up on over to the other named guy. It looks like it can even pick up our elemental independently of us, which is quite funny to see our earth elemental get carried away. I really like the inclusion of like the elemental danger stuff. Like it's you having to actually pay attention to where you're going a little bit, unless you're gonna be like inconvenienced by it, would be the worst thing. But it still urges you to kind of pay attention more to your surroundings, which is good. Wind infused shells, we only have one. How are we missing those? Yeah, so these guys are riding on their respective elementals, which is fun. I don't feel like the ones down there are the right elemental type, so I don't really want to jump down there right now. Kinda hoping to get some more respawns up here. And that's not what we wanted. Alright, it says we're in combat with something. I don't see what, and nothing seems to be fighting us, but we'll go ahead and run out here on our Ghost Wolf form. There we go.
We safeguard the idols. Stand firm.
We'll look after Waddles. Let us know if you find any other lost ducklings out there.
Waters nourish you.
His name is Waddles. Okay.
Aspect's grace shine down on you.
Oh, what's going on with this quest? Are we having problems already? So last night when I tried to play on actual launch night, it's just you had so much latency that you couldn't cast abilities, you couldn't talk to NPCs, it was really bad.
We serve once more.
Thankfully that doesn't seem to be happening here today. So this gear is not going to be as good as what we have. We'll equip it really fast just to get any potential appearance differences. So there we go, we seem to have helped these guys. Let's go see if maybe we can find this golden dragon goblet. I'm not sure how much we'll be able to actually like explore and find that stuff without dragon riding though. I think a lot of it relies on dragon riding to get to like altitudes. We can go have a look really quick. But from what I remember in beta, it was in kind of a hard to get to spot. But maybe that won't be the case here, we'll see. Oh, it's up here. Let's see if we have a way to that. Looks like we do. Oh, this is skinning. Okay. Apparently we can skin these things. Not exactly what I was going for. Yeah, I think the goblet is actually above us, unfortunately. However, we can do a little skinning. I don't think it's going to give us very much. In the way of useful materials, at least. There could be a way up there that doesn't involve flying, I guess. Or maybe not. Okay. Apparently we'll be doing that stuff when we unlock dragon riding. Looks like we have a zone objective here in this little area. But let's get up to the top first and pick up any subsequent quest.
Champion, good news from the outpost. You stand before the Black Prince.
It does my heart well to hear such good news from Dragonheart Outpost during such a terrible time. The refugees will be safe at the life pools. Even the Jarden would not raise arms against the might of Queen Alexstrasza herself.
Learn from the past. Look to the future.
Ah yes, I saw the leader of these giants headed back from the raid shortly after I arrived. She's celebrating their victory somewhere within the camp. It would be a shame if someone interrupted her reveries, don't you think?
Every action has consequences.
While Solicitor and I attracted their eyes above, shadows crept in through their defenses. My agents, the Black Talon, are keeping an eye and an ear throughout the keep. Meet them and let them know you're on our side. They'll give you some valuable information on our enemies.
The Black Dragon. We will draw their eyes above for you. That should give you some cover. We will meet you at a forward position when you've done some good work.
Alright, that sounds okay. Let's head towards the kill quest first. There's some lava transfers. Oh good, Lua arrows. That's fun. Lots of lava tarantulas up here. We need to get down and actually fight some of the guys that we need. Would be a great idea. We have a rare spawn here. So that was a customization for our Drake that we don't have yet. Eventually we will have our Drake and we'll have some unlocked customizations for them.
Anything interesting? The red Dragonflight wasn't ready for the surprise attack. The Jarradin seemed to be hoping for a tougher fight next time.
Looks like we're basically gonna have to take a road to get down to this, this named enemy. Like I said, the Waking Shores is very linear, very much like a Shadowlands zone, and then the rest of the game seems to open up quite a bit after this. I do kind of wish they would have led with their best foot forward though, and given us a nice open zone to start things off, instead of kind of setting the tone with the same tone that we had in Shadowlands, which is what they've done here in my opinion. It's not bad, the story is really good, it flows really nice, it kind of leads you through, but it doesn't give you any of the sense of openness that they really talked about prior to the release. The Oneran Plains really does, but I really wish we'd have seen some more openness here in the Waking Shores early on. When they don't give you that freedom and that openness, it always just kind of seems like they're in a rush to push you through their story. Are we going to be able to skin you, Lava Mammoth Calf? The answer is yes.
What have you seen? The Jarradin consider the outpost a well-earned victory against their ancient foes. They're already talking about another raid, and another, and another. It seems this is just the beginning.
If you don't kill the smoldering feather, the phoenix will resurrect. I think it'll resurrect even if you skin it. Which could be a good way to get free skins, just letting it resurrect over and over again. Well, that's unfortunate. Who knows how long we'll have to wait for that guy to respawn.
The prince is my priority. This meat grinder is a good leader, and she's riding high from that victory at the outpost. Her soldiers adore her. She's going to cause a lot of trouble if she's left alone. Good luck.
Can you tell I really want to get into the leatherworking? Yeah, I'd very much like to get into the professions, so... Gonna take any opportunity I can to skin anything I can, even if that happens to be random mammoth calves. I'd love for her to respawn. She hasn't yet. There she is. But even then, we still need to find a couple more enemies here. At a glance, this seems to be an internal communication between Jarden camps. The words Obsidian Citadel leap out at you. Perhaps Rathian would be interested in seeing this. Perhaps he would. Alright, that is everything completed. And alright, let's see a couple of things. I realize we have a talent point to spend here. Stormstrike damage increased by 10% and Stormstrike has a 50% chance to generate a stack of Maelstrom weapon. That seems really good. Let's grab this for now. There we go.
Speak your mind.
The Jarden seem to have no shortage of bodies to throw in our way, but perhaps this blow shall give them pause. Well done, friend. We don't need any of this stuff, actually. We'll take the staff to sell it.
Until next time.
That is troubling, to say the least. Yet another reason to fight them.
Azeroth faces many threats. The Jarden scheme to claim the Obsidian Citadel, the Black Dragonflight's seat of power. Enough of this!
Patience, Rathian.
I will have the luxury of patience when they are scoured from my home!
And he is off. Alright, guys, I'm going to take a break here, and when we resume, we will go after Rathian, and we still have probably, you know, more than a half of the zone to go through, maybe 2/3 left to go through. Lots still left to do here in the Waking Shores. Hope you guys are enjoying things. Let me know what you do think. I would love to hear from you. As far as the cadence of these videos, while we're doing the leveling campaign, I plan to be pumping them out as quickly as I can. I'm not rushing to get to endgame, I just want to play a lot. I've been looking forward to Dragonflight for a long time, and I'm really looking forward to diving right in and spending a lot of time here. So I will be pumping the videos out pretty consistently. If you guys do like the content, please leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. That would help me out immensely, and I would be very, very grateful. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again sometime very soon. Bye for now.